So I came tonight to show public support for the Amici di Doccia and for the Doccia Museum in Oliva Rucellai, and the search for a solution to the problems that have faced so many factories of European porcelain. Very close to my heart is the Wedgwood factory, which has already been saved now, fortunately, due to a division of the factory and the museum itself. Doccia not only represents un patrimonio italiano, but it also represents really cultural heritage for the whole world. And if we think about Florentine sculpture and Baroque sculpture a little bit later on, we really have to think about what has happened at Doccia, because Doccia transcends, as Meissen does in its large figural sculptures, really the limits of its proper subject. So we no longer look at the porcelain for the sake of being of clay and earth, but we really look at the porcelain, the big sculptures of the Doccia factory, as works of art in their own right, which should rival and which should be really looked at with importance as much as a preservation of the factory. And so my interest is historic porcelain, and I very much hope that the Doccia factory can find a way out together with the Doccia Museum, and that the tradition of which has been really unrivaled since the founding of the factory in the middle of the 18th century can continue also in the future, and that we together are able to save. And I also want to really publicly say that also the French Porcelain Society in England and the many societies, also the Gesellschaft der Keramikfreunde, of which I'm a member as well, are really in support of the Amici di Doccia and their quest to save the factory and the museum.